Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from the small captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with no lesson. Acts chapter 17, verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. And today's lesson, actually I just thought of another precept. Let me get that quickly before I forget it. Today's lesson is going to be on this this video where you have this Jake that's complaining and saying, why do Hebrew Israelites peddle the slave master's Bible? Your ancestors were Islamic Moors. So basically, you have this Jake, which I'm going to let the video play a little bit. You have this Jake complaining, saying that, we're following after this Bible that was written by the white man, stuff like that, this Bible that's about this, that, and there, whatever. And it's just like, it's just a foolish thing, because you have so many people that are constantly saying that the Bible is was written by man, it's a white man's book, it's this, that, and the third, it's all these different things, when the thing is that if number one, if the Bible was written by men, okay, the thing is that you wouldn't be getting so much discipline. The thing about men is that people constantly try to, like, for example, like, let's say for example you like let's say you're a kid, and I can speak on this from past experience. Okay, all right. When I was a kid, I would always say, oh yeah, I want this game, I want that game and whatnot, and and I would never just be satisfied with just having this one game where I'm always playing Street Fighter, or I'm constantly playing Street Fighter, and Street Fighter is so fun, and it's just like it's a thing where you're just always going through that one thing of playing again with these 16 set number of characters or whatever. Okay, well I think it was like 10 or 8 or something like that back then, but you're constantly playing through these characters where you keep on getting to play it like for 500 hours and whatnot, and then even then you're still going to be like, okay, what, I'm starting to get tired of this, I want to play something else, and then the next game comes out, or someone thinks of something, someone else finds a new game, and then you move on from Street Fighter, and now you're going to go to Tekken and whatnot. So over here you see that men are basically ever changing. They always want an ever changing amount of lust, if you want to call it that. It's not necessarily that lust is a bad thing, but it's like lust as in like desires. All right, so man always wants stuff, and for the Bible to restrict you in that lust, that's basically goes against what man wants, which is why the Bible was written by inspired men, inspired by the word of Yahawadah, where where the Lord told us don't eat pork, for example, and maybe like, oh well, I actually want to try that. Let me see how pork tastes. I know it says don't do it, but this, that, and there, and then you keep on eating chicken, but you never ate pork. And it's because of that restriction that you want. Let me go try it out, and it's the same analogy for the whole Street Fighter example that I said. So as a result of that, this is where you have this divide. This is where you have these people who are mistakenly saying that the Bible was written by man. Now, on the next token of it is the next side of it is the Bible was written by the white man, all right, where that is just abhorrently not true. All right, hold on. As a matter of fact, I think I had, what the frick was it? Fuck. I think it's this. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 14, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the slave of men and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And that's parabolically, that's basically what I was saying, and how, you know, anyone can be carried away. Okay, well, you're enticed by chicken, so yeah, you go and follow after eating chicken every day. And you get enticed by beef. Okay, well, you're now eating beef every day. And then you get enticed by pork, and then now same thing. But the difference is between those three is that two of them are actually okay to be eaten, although it's not the most efficient or the best thing for you to do, to be eating meat every day, but it is a thing that you are able to do. Now again, as I said before, you know, our bodies, our minds aren't programmed to constantly be satisfied with always eating one thing or always doing one thing over and over again. There are going to be times when, okay, well, I want to try something new, I want to do something new, but we still need the baseline for certain things that we can and cannot do, and what is permissible, which is where YAHAWAH comes into play, where he tells us what we can and cannot do. All right, so continuing on, let's actually watch this video.
Hey, I got a question for Hebrew Israelites. Not on no disrespectful shit. Just curious. You know full well that the Hebrew Israelites were the Moors in this country. Considering that fact, you also know that the Moors were a Muslim kingdom of black people. My question is, why do y'all peddle your slave master's religion today? Do you not understand that Christianity was forced upon you through bondage? That wasn't your original religion. Your kingdom was Islamic, my guy. So help me understand how and when that transition happened. Please, I want to know. Again, not disrespectful. I just want to clear the air. Because y'all stand on these street corners holding that Bible that the white man gave you. But your ancestors didn't come with the Bible. They came with the Quran. So help me understand where that transition happened and why.
This is why I have such a hard time making videos and stuff like that, because, you know, sometimes when I see these types of videos, it's just like you cannot get any more dumber. But apparently, or I always think you can't get any more dumber, but apparently I am constantly proven wrong. It's like, where is he getting this information? And I literally made a fucking video on this yesterday, how I was talking about how people will literally believe anything someone on the internet says. This nigga literally just says, oh, your ancestor came in here with the Quran. Like, where did you get that? Where's your sources? Are you citing sources? No, you're not. You're just saying stuff. And then you have so many niggas that just say, okay, well, this man is a reputable source. All right, Slacky. So let me calm down and let me go into actually saying what I need to say, which firstly starts with, number one, the Quran, or more specifically Islam as a whole, because they can't reliably go into their own Quran to discuss literally anything, because they always say, oh, let's go reference the hadith, oh, let's go do this, let's go do this, the Muslim scholars, blah blah blah. It's like you have these three multiple different things instead of letting the one book stand alone to serve its purpose with his wisdom. We use the Bible primarily, okay, even if you go into all of my videos without fail, I think all of them, if not at least one, maybe, keyword maybe, is always referencing scriptures to prove and to go throughout the basis of what I need to, or whatever message I need to convey. All right, and the same cannot be said for Islam. So again, like, Islam is already, and that doesn't even cover the fact that Islam is a false religion, proven through the words of these two sentences that Prophet Muhammad said. You can literally go search it up. I'm telling you right now, if you're listening to this, go look it up yourself. I'm not gonna go look it up. Muhammad said, if I'm not a prophet, let God sever my aorta. And then they said, when he was dying, because he got poisoned by some woman, all right, he said, I feel like my aorta is being cut off. All right, that's literal proof through his mouth alone that he is a false prophet. As a matter of fact, fuck it, let me just get it myself. Okay, fuck, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, fuck these. Okay, 8. Exactly. Even there's people, it's on fucking Reddit where people are literally going through this stuff and already disproving it. You guys are just stupid. You got this dumbass nigga talking about this. Oops, wrong one. This dumbass nigga talking about this shit. Like, what's wrong with you? If you are a so-called black Muslim or an Israelite Muslim, you just, I was about to say something wrong. Like, but damn. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And if he had forward, blah, 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 okay. Quran 69:44 to 46. And if he, Muhammad, had forged a false saying concerning us, we surely should have seized him by his right hand, or with power and might, and then certainly should have cut off his life artery aorta, and then whatever, I don't know what the fuck that is. And then that was 46, 44. And verse, where is it? So basically, if he's a false prophet, if he's lying, then they're gonna cut off his aorta. Okay. Now let me get this. Where is it? Like, can you just get the main things, please? Like, always showing a unnecessarily large amount. Okay, Sahih al-Bukhari 4428. The Prophet, in his ailment in which he died, used to say, "O Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar, and at this time I feel as if my aorta is being cut from that poison." This nigga literally just snitched on himself and said that shit as he was suffering and dying. All right, so over here you have this literal proof. You have all this proof where people just, or Saki, more specifically the Muslims just don't even care that. And how do you even feel if your aorta is getting cut or severed? All right, but that just goes to show that the Lord literally forced him to say that shit so that people would know that he is not a true prophet. All right, so, and yeah, same thing. Basically, you see the two major things where it says if he was a false prophet, you would know. So, Slakia, I wasn't gonna do the research, but I did it because I was compelled to. So you don't have to. And if you want to, go do some extra research if you want. I don't care. All right. So yes, basically you have these jakes that are constantly saying this type of stuff. They're always going into Islam rather than going into the Bible. The thing is that people, they cannot stick to or Saki more specifically, the Muslims, they can't stick to their own Quran because of all the absurdities that's said in it. All right. So with that, like you have these people that are again saying, oh, the Bible is a white man book, when there's so much in the Bible that once again goes against what man as well as Esau stands for, which Esau stands for so many things that are wrong. All right, one of the things is, basically doing whatever that do as thou wilt spirit. All right, is that even? I'm over here forgetting. Is that even a? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Anyway, continuing on. Basically, that's basically how Esau does lives his life with, especially with trying to extort people, be they heathens, be they Israelites, be they his own people. All right. Titus chapter 1 verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things that which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. Okay, so they constantly trying to teach wrong things, like say for example the current modern day Christian church, I won't say all of them because I have heard of some Christian authorities that still believe in that you're not allowed to participate in alphabetism, but at the same time still doesn't change the fact that that's just one thing out of multiple other things that they say that they don't like, but that's them picking and choosing what they want to follow after rather than actually following the entirety of the scriptures. So with that being said, there's also the matter of doing things for money, where you have these people that are robbing, not necessarily borderline, but like kind of extorting people, because if you've heard of that whole Marvin Sapp church thing, where he basically held people hostage, telling his ushers or whatever to close the door. All right, to close the door until he gets 40,000. I don't remember how much money he was getting, but yeah, there was that instance where like that is another thing where they're trying. It's not necessarily a literal put a gun to your face, but it's more so of that emotional manipulation where they're trying to get money out of you and trying to say you have to give money because God's gonna bless you, God's gonna give you money, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. All right, and also on top of that, if the Bible was the so-called white man's book, then why did he remove books out of it? Over here it says the slave Bible aimed at neither completeness or representativeness, presenting excerpts from 14 of 39 books of the Hebrew Scriptures and 18 of 27 New Testament books. So damn near, I want to say less than half, or about half of the books in the Bible were basically removed, and that's not even including the Apocrypha. All right, which I'm pretty sure that's the Apocrypha. Hold on, how many books is in the? 66, so 39, yeah. All right, then, yeah, that's not including the Apocrypha. So yeah, they already removed the Apocrypha, and then they removed more books from the Old and the New Testament. So the Bible was very small, and the thing was they removed stuff to just instill obedience into us, in order to make us better slaves and make us have some sort of contentment in our captivity. All right, because it's like, oh well, you're gonna suffer here, but but you'll live a beautiful life in the kingdom of heaven. Just keep on living, keep on accepting it. And this is the life that we've been living, where we're living through a degenerate lifestyle, trying to quote unquote be good, quote unquote good, where it's not actual good, because we're not truly following after Yahawadah and MANASHAH. And the truth of the matter is that, you know, so many Jakes that live this lifestyle want America to continue to go. They don't want Babylon to be destroyed, and have Esau receive the judgment that he has been that he knows is on the way. All right, so let's continue on, because let's read some of these things that, you know, kind of fully disprove the Bible is a white man's book. So first things first, Exodus chapter 21 verse 20, and if a man smite his servant or his maid or with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Okay, so if you are just killing your servants for no reason, that's not biblical, that's not scriptural. So Esau has been known for doing a whole bunch of torture and a bunch of killing things, killing of us unnecessarily. So again, like, what makes you think that this Bible was made? Why would he write that in the book if he was? Why would he write that in the book if he is the author of the Bible? Once again, disproving this notion that, or this, what's it called, folklore, if you want to call it that, of people saying that the Bible is a white man's book. All right, so continuing on, the next thing, Revelation chapter 13 verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So another thing where it's like, again, like, it doesn't make any sense, where if he put us into captivity, this is literally says it in the Bible. Why would he let this be in the Bible if he just wants us to continue to be slaves? The Bible was made to keep us as slaves. Why is this in the thing? And that's the thing which is why I read Acts chapter 17 verse 11, where people are not searching the scripture, people are not reading the book to see, okay, what does the Bible actually say? Let me see all the things that actively support what Esau says, rather than verifying and checking it, and double checking and fact checking all this stuff itself. But because people are so lazy, you know, they don't. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me see something right quick. Google AI. So the Bible is not exclusively a white man's book. I'm not gonna lie. That's not even fair, because you're just gonna say it off of universalism. So Slovakia, that was a waste of time. Anyway, continuing on. He that leaveth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patient of faith and states. So yes, as we read before, this is not something that Esau would be writing down in his book if he actually made this book. Luke chapter 6 verse 25, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. And you have these people that are living it up, enjoying life now. And why would this be in the Bible if why would this be in the Bible if he just wanted to continue to push this agenda, push this narrative that, you know, Esau's just going to keep on thriving and living up in his kingdom. All right, and the only good thing that we as Israelites have is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, once again, it goes to show how people don't check, they don't fact check, they don't do their research and whatnot. They just believe anything that they hear that supports or pushes a narrative that they want to believe in their head. All right, because the thing is that Esau is on the top right now. Esau is, ruling things, and of course, if you're ruling something, you really want people to get an opportunity to do the exact same thing to you. If you're beating the hell out of someone and it's your turn to beat out of someone, okay, you don't want to give them an opportunity to do the exact same thing to you. All right, obviously. Another big thing, Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. And it's another thing where Esau is the primary pusher of this death style, more specifically. And as a result of that, most people, I'll say some people, there are some people that are against it, and it's primarily people in other nations. Okay, I've heard of this whole African people talking about how they're not for that type of stuff, but at the same time, still, it's like as a result of this, it's Esau who's primarily pushing this. And if he was the author of the Bible, why would he write this in the Bible? And it's also the same. It's also the same thing with people saying that King James was a homosexual. When once again, if he was, why is this in the Bible? This is the King James version of the Bible. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. And people believe anything. People will believe anything, as I said multiple times before. Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The person who's ruling right now is Esau Edom, and he is the wicked. And once again, he's basically exposing himself. And you have so many Jakes that are so unaware of that. They want to just live in harmony with the devil. Matthew 19 verse 23, then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, you have again Esau Edom, who is in general, well, I won't say they're the richest, even in America, because there was a poll done that the richest the richest race of people in America were Indians. I'm pretty sure if I got that correct. And the thing is that even if you just take it to a whole black and white thing where it's just Esau and Jacob, with Esau being as rich as they are, or comparatively, they are basically once again condemning themselves. Why would they say that it's a hard thing for a rich person to make it into the kingdom of heaven if they're trying to push out this perfect, pure, white people are the best image? Okay, again, it disproves it. And Slakia, I keep on saying this because this is a very simplistic thing that is you can just, all this information is available to you. All right, Proverbs 30 verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. Which once again, finally to end it off, just like with riches, you might get a big head. You might get proud and think that you don't need anyone. You don't need YAHAWASHI. You don't need whatever, and then that's going to lead to you, thinking that you are better than anything and everything. Okay, and on the other side of things, you're going to be, if you're poor, you're going to think, okay, well, I just have to do bad things in order to make it because things are just so hard. I just can't do anything. And that, once again, that is disqualifying and removing your faith in Yahawadah in order to protect and provide for you. All right, because our Lord is our hedge, our protection, and he's supposed to protect and provide for us. But when you disqualify him as a protector, then that's when it's just like, okay, well, since you're not going to rely and trust in Yahawadah, then why would he even bother looking out for you, protecting you, helping you out, and whatnot. All right. So with that, I just wanted to show these things and how the Bible is not the white man's book, not a man's book or all this. It was inspired by YAHAWAH, and this is the words of YAHAWAH, and I just wanted to further prove that. Slakia. So with that, praise lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and actually Slakia. Very quick, I want to add a quick thing is another thing that I forgot to mention is how even with like laws and stuff like that that people push out, we have people that, or we have Esau more specifically, that basically bends the rules or breaks the laws and doesn't hold himself accountable to the same standards as other people. Like he will literally kill people, say, oh, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, whatever, and he's not held to the same standard as to us. All right. So as a result of that, this is where this whole thing is, because even when they do make laws themselves, like the laws for the Constitution or whatever, all right, even with those types of laws, they bend it, they break it, they do whatever they want, they go over to continue to do their own lusts. So even they can't follow their own laws, all right, which once again proves that people, or man more specifically, they don't like to tie themselves down or restrict themselves, but they do want to put laws in place that restrict other people. And that's for Esau Edom, which he wants to restrict other people while allowing himself to break his own laws. So with that, I pray this system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Yahawashi, Yahawadah, the ones, the elders and apostles, the great millstone, the ball, and Shalom.